Hey friends, I'm back here in the garage today. I got a little bit of time to work on my favorite project, and I'm not talking about yard work. I'm talking about this, the Bad Hombre, my 29 Ford Model A. With a little bit of luck and some patience today, at the end of this video, we're gonna have glass in the window. Let's see how this plays out. All right, hiding in and amongst the shelf of treasures right there in all that cardboard is a whole set of glass for a 29 Ford Model A. And I don't mean the whole set because I already have a windshield that I put in the car, but we're talking the rest of the glass. 2 rear quarter panel windows, my driver, my passenger side window, and then of course the back window for the car. All that glass is hiding in there. I picked it up from Bert's Model A store up in Denver, Colorado, and it wasn't cheap, but I did get everything else I need to put glass in the car with it. So here in a minute, I'm gonna walk through exactly what I got in this kit and how I think we're gonna use it. Okay, so it wasn't cheap. In fact, I'll be up front, I paid right at $1,000. I know, for all that glass for the car, plus 4 window regulators, 4 window cranks, the window channel that goes down in the bottom of the door, and a whole bunch of pieces. I think it was worth it. I don't know, you guys tell me if you know a better place, a better deal, throw a comment down below, tell me how I could have done this better. But I'm pretty excited because this should be complete. This should give me everything I need to go ahead and throw my glass, at least in the 4 side windows of the car. Yeah, come on, let's go check out. I'll show you what this whole kit includes. Okay, so let's open up this kit here and see what we got. The first thing, window channel. This stuff, I mean, a guy could probably build this without too much trouble, but man, it would be a pain. It was worth it just to buy them. These are the channels that go on the bottom of the glass, and then the regulator rides in there and makes the window go up and down. I got both for the front, which is the shorter one, and the rear, which is the longer one. And then I got these kits. These come from Ventique Inc., and they sell them again at a Bert's Model A store. But they have pretty much the whole kit to put this window together in the car. And this is for the rear quarter window, but it is slick. It has both quarter windows. It has the felts, which the window rides in up and down. It has this strip, which I believe glues into the top of the window, where the window comes and rides in this little rubber channel and stops it at the top. It has the sweeper that goes on the side that the window rides up and down against. And it even comes with the new bump stops for the bottom and the adhesive to put it all in. So I'm excited. That should be pretty slick and go in pretty easily. I also was able to get these. Now these weren't cheap, but I had to buy 4 of them because my car had no window regulators in it. These are reproductions. Obviously, they're probably made hecho in Chino, but it is what it is, and they work. And if I put one in the car, in fact, then it bolts right in, it lines right up, and it's nice and smooth, cranks up and down. So I had to get 4 of those, 1 for each window. And I also had to spring for 4 of these guys because I did not have window cranks either. So we have them. I'm pumped. I'm ready to put some of this stuff in. Disclaimer, I back up. I've done it once before and it was a pain. But I've never done this on a Model A. To be honest, I'm not really sure exactly how it's supposed to go. But we're gonna find out. And like everything else on this car, I'm gonna do it the best I can. And whether it's supposed to be that way or not, if it works, I'm gonna be happy with it. So follow along. Let's go stick some glass in this thing. Okay, the first thing I did was I came and I took this inner piece out. This sheet metal, it's basically that piece over there. Screws on the sides, that thing comes off. So what we're left with is this right here. There we go. And you can see the inside of the door. I got my channels up there where the window rides on each side, up and down. And I think just looking at this, I think I'm missing one piece, I can tell you already. And that's gonna be probably the bump stop. This is the inside here. I think I'm supposed to have a bump stop that comes over here, bump stop that comes off over here and keeps the window from going all the way down out of the track, because I think this window only comes down to like 3/4 of the way or something from the factory. I don't know. We'll go ahead and press on sticking this thing in with what we got for now. The first thing I need to do here is I need to come in and I'm gonna go to all these little nails in the channel here. I'm gonna just go ahead and make sure they're all tapped in nice and smooth. And then I'm gonna clean this upper channel because this is where we gotta glue that other strip to. I'm gonna put you on the tripod and I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna struggle on this for a while so you guys can have a good laugh. I'll bring you back when I have a solution. Okay, so I think that's going to work pretty well getting the window channel into the car. I kind of got a plan. I think that'll work pretty good. But before I get there, we've got to put this guy, the actual window channel that it rides in, just like this in the car, up and down. We got to get our window to sit in there. And of course, the glass doesn't just ride in that. That'd be too easy. I have a whole roll of this rubber stuff that goes in between there, just for that purpose of protecting the glass and getting it to really just kind of squeeze down in there nice and tight. Now, I'm just going to warn you, I haven't done this before, and this might be a giant pain in the butt. So you might get an edited version of how this plays out. Especially because I've never been real good at banging on glass with a hammer. We'll see how this plays out. I do have copious amounts of WD-40, some cardboard, a wood bench, but I'm going to try to slip this on, get that piece on there, and tap it on. Now, luckily, I checked it out. Luckily, all these windows are rectangles, so I don't really have to get too creative on figuring out or remember which side's forward or up or down or something. So it should be easy. Let's see how this goes. Ooh, that's going to be tight. Oh, wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, would you look at that? Just because I brought it out, I'll bring my special Japanese rubber hammer. Fella's got to go all the way to Okinawa to get one of those. Tap it on. That went on almost a little too easy for me. I hope it doesn't want to jump out of there in the future, but it seems like, that was too easy. I'm gonna have to pull this out, give this guy a little bit of a squeeze down on the bracket right here, give it a little bit of a squeeze down, and then reattach it, because I don't want to glue this in there, and that's what holds the window in and keeps it from jumping out. Or when I go to roll the window back down, I don't want this to separate from it and leave the window up in the channel. So I'm going to give it a little more squeeze in my vise probably. And we'll do that again where it goes in just a little bit tighter. Oh yeah. All right, we got her crunched down a little bit more. Now it's going to be a tighter squeeze on there. Now is when we're going to require some WD-40 on there, I'm sure. Let's give it a rip. Is anybody else cringing while I'm tapping on that glass with a hammer? Yeah, I feel a lot better about that. Sweet. Let's go figure out how to shove this in the car now. Okay, so here's what we're dealing with in the car. We have two holes we got to be concerned about. The first one is that guy right there, that little oval slot. The second one is this keyhole looking slot down on the bottom. Okay, and then our felts have two notches in them, or two, I guess, metal pieces with little tangs hanging off of them. This top one goes into that upper oval up there, and then this little tab down here goes into the keyhole, and you can see it slides into the fat part of the keyhole, locks in place and slides up. And when it's bottomed out, we'll do it on this side so I can see a little bit better. Once you get it locked into the bottom, down there into the keyhole, and it slides all the way up, the length is just right that up here at the top, it bottoms out, and then that tab right there goes into that oval hole, which you can barely see right there, and locks in place. Now the trick is going to be, we've got to come in here and we have to take this tab and we have to straighten it out. And then we have to take this tab down here on the bottom and we have to also straighten it out. We have to make it go flat, because the way to do this is going to be to take that window, set it in place right here, slide it down into place, and then we're going to take these window channels and we're going to work them down into place. Okay, I've got my two side pieces set up where I straighten that tab out. That's the keyhole side right there, straightened it. And then the upper tab is sitting perpendicular to where we get it into place. It should just pop right through. So because that top tab's perpendicular and has to go in, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my window, we're gonna slide it down to the channel, and then we're gonna get these pieces, we're gonna work them down from the top, right behind and right in front of the window. We'll get one side at a time. And man, this should just go flawlessly, right? Let's get the glass, see what happens. All right. Make sure my window channel, the runner for the regulators on the inside. There we go. Get in there. There we go. It's in front and back. Now we have to try to make our felts fit in. Say a prayer. Let's do this. Okay, as anticipated, the first one went in, no drama. Now's where the challenge comes in. Nice and easy. Okay, it's in there. Now I gotta drive it up a little bit. Okay. Well, it looks like we got a window that wants to go up and down in the felt. Let's see. Well, I'll be dipped. Okay, well, I bent my tabs in the top to hold it in position, and it's pretty self-critiquing. Remember that the key is to get it in the right order here. You want to bend the tabs out like we showed you before, put the window in the channel, slide your felt in each side, and then you have to slide it up close, bend that tab on the bottom for the keyhole out so that it sticks out at a 90. Go ahead and push it through the keyhole and then slide it back up like the last inch to where the top hole lines up. Punch that tab through and then bend it back down so it stays in position. I've done that on both sides, and check it out. Move my little 2x4 stopper. It looks like I have a window that wants to go up and down without too much arguing. Actually rides up and down really nice. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and got my inside panel and I stuck my window regulator in it. Again, a brand new regulator. It's all greased up. It rides nice and smoothly all the way through the range. And then I put my handle on, and now I'm just going to come in here. I'm going to bolt this guy in place and see if this thing doesn't ride all together like it's supposed to and make the window go up and down. Well, friends, we have a window that cranks and goes up and down. Now, some of you guys that know Model A's better than I do, tell me. I think this is as far down as it goes. I'm kind of getting down right at the bottom of the track on both sides, and even though I don't have a stopper in there, it seems like that's about where it should be. My kids aren't going to be too stoked because they like to enter and exit the car going through there and climbing out on the tire, which won't happen if this glass is here. But I think that's the way it's supposed to be. So there we go. The window goes down, the window goes up. without too much drama. And the last piece of the puzzle is this right here. This channel that came with the kit, which is gonna go right here along the top as a top window seal. And it just goes in with glue. So I gotta come in, I gotta trim this thing to the right length because it's a little bit long. And then I gotta use that adhesive and stick it on there and push it, you know, get it all set in there. And then I'll just roll the window up against it and leave it there overnight. Well, friends, it actually looks pretty good. The window goes up, it goes down. Seems to ride in the felt okay, and then that piece I put in the top seals against it real nice. I do have one question left over, is what I do with this piece. I think it's supposed to ride as a seal right here in the bottom of the window, and this is the stuff that, what it looks like. It's a T-shape, and I think it sits where this mounts on the car on this side, and then the window drags against this side. But the problem is, it's not wide enough any way I put it in there. It actually doesn't touch the window. You know, I can lay this in the seam there, and then the window's got a gap in between there, so it doesn't seem right. But you guys who have used this before or know how this is supposed to work, please put a comment down below or shoot me an email at badhombregarage@gmail.com and let me know what I'm missing on that. And is it even really necessary? What's the worst thing that happens if I don't have it in there? I get moisture down in the seal there or down in the seam there or what? I'm not sure. Well, before we hang it up for today, I got to give a shout out to one guy, Andy's Doghouse on YouTube. You guys want to swing over to his channel, I'll put a link up there and check out the Doghouse. Andy's pretty entertaining and has some cool projects he's working on there. So thanks, Andy, for watching, and thanks for sending me the sticker. I sure appreciate it. I enjoy the community that we're all part of. You guys want to watch more YouTube, Bad Hombre Garage, click on one of the links that's going to pop up on the screen about now. Check that out, hit one of the videos, watch one of my playlists. I sure appreciate you guys following along. Come back next time. We'll get the rest of the glass in this car.